My name is Paula Lopez, and I'm going to tell you why we choose the ancient civilization. Well, we decide to do it because we want to learn or know a little bit more about the history of this country, because they have a lot of mysterious things that can be interested, like how they did the pyramids and monuments. All the monuments and the pyramids are made with really heavy rocks and strange forms that makes us think that how that could be built at that time, because they didn't have machines like today we have to construct all those things. Also, it's significant to understand the way that they government with them pharaoh and all things that they believe in. It's really curious that this country being an ancient civilization and makes people feel interested to go there and go to visit the Nile River that is so beautiful and other tropical and tourist places. And now, what is a civilization for us? A civilization is a society or group of people which is identified for social, cultural, economic and political issues that create its traditions and allow the development in particular activities. This refers the way that people live and have been characterized for a long period of time, being recognized by its art, custom, laws, habits, values, beliefs and so forth. Therefore, begin distinguished from the other civilizations. Ancient Egypt is located in Northeast Africa, geographically greatly influenced Egyptian life. The greatest influence on Egyptian society was the Nile River Valley. The Nile flowed every year, which allowed the Egyptians to produce good crops. The Nile flows north from mountains of East Central Africa to the Mediterranean Sea. The Nile helped make Egypt the world's first unified state. It linked Upper Egypt and Lower Egypt. History of Ancient Egypt. Ancient Egypt lasts from about 3000 BC to 52500 AD. It began like many other civilizations. Neolithic villagers began irrigation projects to control and use the Nile. Thus, many independent city-states called nomes formed. These moments were completely independent, ruled by independent chieftains except for the frequent wars they fought with each other for power and territory. These wars led to the formation of two kingdoms. There was Upper Egypt in the south and Lower Egypt in the north. This was called pre-dynastic Egypt. In 3100 BC, King Menes or Narmer of Upper Egypt conquered Lower Egypt and united the two kingdoms. King Menes became the first pharaoh of Egypt and formed the first dynasty and second dynasty. This was the early dynasty period of Egyptian history. Egyptian history is divided into 9 periods. First, early dynasty period. Second, Old Kingdom. This was a peaceful and prosperous period of time. This was a time of economic wealth and political stability. It was the time of great pyramids, massive tomb and mummification. Third, First Intermediate period. This was the decline period of the Old Kingdom. This was a period of anarchy. The pharaohs lost the power and could only control one part of the kingdom at a time. Fourth, Middle Kingdom. This was a stable period beginning with the one dynasty that was strong enough to control all of Egypt. Fifth, Second Intermediate period. This was another period of anarchy. Sixth, New Kingdom. This was a stable time period full of military expansion. 7. Third Intermediate period, another period of anarchy and chaos. 8. Late period. During this period, Egypt was not progressing. It was ruled by the Nubians, then by the Assyrians, and then by the Persians. Finally, Greco-Roman period. Now Egypt was ruled by the Greece and Rome. After that, the Egyptians were ruled by the other countries such as Byzantine Empire.